Okay, what is a characteristic of a planned economy? Well, we know that a planned economy is one where the government says what is the allocation of each price and quantity. So we have in economies we have several choices, call it A, B, or C. The government says you will choose B. You will allocate at B. You would choose that price and that quantity instead of A or C. A, B, C, the government says B. That is a planned economy where the government dictates the allocations of where and how much we produce things. In a market economy, the market determines the price. And a mixed economy is a combination of a planned economy and a market economy. And a transition economy is an economy that is moving from a plan or command economy where the government dictates allocations of price and quantities. Allocation meaning how much is produced and how much is produced and at what price this is produced, to a market economy. That's transition from a plan to a market. So we can see immediately that A is wrong because it's not privately. It's not someone dictating something. C is wrong. It's not someone dictating something. Not the government saying anything. So B is the answer, where all resources are allocated centrally. Centrally meaning by the government, by a central office. Okay, number 2. In this diagram, JK is an economy's production possibilities curve. Okay, what causes the curve to shift inwards? Again, a production possibilities curve is a collection of all possible combinations of industrial goods and agricultural goods. Now, this could be anything. It could be shoes and socks. But in this example, it's industrial goods into agricultural goods. Here, at this level, we have all agricultural goods and 0 industrial goods. Here, we have all industrial goods and no agricultural goods. So in the middle here, we have 50% industrial goods, 50% agricultural goods. Here's 80-20, 80% industrial goods, 20% agricultural goods. Here's 80% agricultural goods and 20% industrial goods. And if I keep doing that, I start to form this line, dot, 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 dot. They connect and they form this production possibilities curve, JK. Now, this question asks, what could cause the curve to shift from here to here, GH? Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit. So what would cause the curves to shift? A decrease in innovation? Well, that's not possible because a decrease in innovation would not allow us to shift from this line outward. See, there's no innovation, so we would just stay the same. An increase in the retirement age, theoretically, if people are retiring later, it would mean more people are working, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're working in these two industries or working at all. So B is wrong. Okay. D, an increase in the unemployment rate for the same reason. People might be getting unemployed, but they may not affect these two markets. So the only remaining answer is C, an increase in the price of energy. When prices of the factors of production of producing industrial goods go up and agricultural goods aren't processed at the same rate, it causes this to shift inward because the cost of production increases. Okay, number 3. 3. The growing domestic agricultural and industrial demand for water is leading to a world shortage of water. Which change will reduce this problem of water scarcity? Again, scarcity, it means there is not enough. So water scarcity means there is not enough water or a limited amount of water. So this question asks, what would reduce this problem of water scarcity? And the answer is, well, D, more efficient water management. Well, with more efficient water management, we would be able to help control some of this world shortage of water. Okay, it would change this problem. Would reduce this problem of water scarcity. Instead of just throwing water out of control, would be more efficient. An increase in the demand of food has nothing to do with water. Population growth increase of population growth, more people would demand more water, so that wouldn't help. Just having babies, the more babies you have, the more water you would need. Climate change, which leads to lower rainfall. Well, we can't control the climate. So the only thing that we can do as economists is be more efficient with water management. 4. What is considered as money if money is defined as anything which is always acceptable when paying for goods and services? Okay, so again, money is something that we use every day. It's a medium of exchange. It's a store of account. It's a unit of account. It's a store of value. And it's a standard of deferred payment, meaning I could take out a loan or something like that. So that's money. These things, credit cards, checks, and cash, are 3 different types of things that we use in society to pay for things, to use the medium of exchange. So here, they're linked to money. But only one of these is considered as money if money is defined as anything which is acceptable when paying for goods and services. So when paying for goods and services, the answer A, credit cards. Yes, yes, no. Well, we pay for goods and services all the time with cash. So A isn't correct. Okay. So B, yes, no, yes. Well, yes. Do we use credit cards for goods and services? Checks. No, we do not use them for goods and services. And yes, we use cash. So in this sense, yes, we do use checks to pay for goods and services. Actually, no, we do not use checks to pay for goods. Excuse me. The answer here is C. C is the answer here. No, we do not use credit cards, which is always acceptable. Okay, that's the key term here. Always acceptable. Think about when you go to the market where they don't accept credit cards. So in that case, no, it is not a good way to pay for goods and services. Checks are also not acceptable. I've never seen a check written here in Kazakhstan. But you could just imagine yourself going to a place where people are selling vegetables on the side of the road. They don't have a credit card machine. They can't take checks. They only accept cash. So which is always acceptable when paying for goods and services. So in this question, credit cards, yes, they pay for goods and services, checks also, and cash, but not always. The only thing that is always acceptable is cash. So that's why C is correct. No, no, yes. You must think about those ladies selling groceries on the side of the road. Okay, what is a market demand curve? A market demand curve is about the individuals in a specific market. You can think of shoes, the market for shoes. Everyone in our class, if they're going to shop for shoes, has an individual demand curve. Now, when we sum up, your classmates, each of us, the people trying to buy shoes, at this price, we demand this much. At this price, we demand this much. If we sum them together, the individuals, that's how we define the market demand curve. So we look immediately, A doesn't have anything to do about individuals. This is a country, okay, not a specific market for anything. It's just a country's products, any product. C is all firms in the industry, not the individuals. So this is the firm side. And D, the stocks. The stocks has nothing to do with the individual. The only answer that makes sense is the total sum of individuals' demand curves for a product. That's number 5.